Hi friends! For 13 or 14 years now, donating to missions has been part of my family's Christmas gift-giving tradition. It started when my son Matthew was in elementary school. One night at dinner, I said to him, "Matthew, what do you think about giving money to help people as part of our Christmas presents?" He thought that was a great idea. And I continued, "Well, what do you think about if for every dollar we spend on Christmas presents, we donate $1 to help someone in need?" He thought that was a great idea. But I wasn't finished yet. I said, "You realize that we only have a limited amount of money. And so if we're going to donate as much money as we spend on presents, that means we're not going to be able to spend as much money on presents." And he thought for a minute or two, and he said, "I'm okay with that." And then after he agreed to this arrangement, he looked at me and he said, "Does this mean I don't get any Christmas presents this year?" I assured him that he would still get 1 or 2 Christmas presents. And a look of relief came over his face, and he says, "I'm good with that." We started off keeping very close track of every dollar we spent on Christmas presents and made sure that that same amount was given to missions. Over the years, we've come to a point where we actually donate way more than we spend on Christmas presents. And over the past 7 or 8 years, our mission project of choice has been Watoto Read. Watoto Read is an all-volunteer, nonprofit organization that resources and advocates for the education of children and young adults in refugee camps in sub-Saharan Africa. Centenary has been partnering with Watoto Read for about 7 or 8 years also. And we have built classrooms, we've provided benches and desks and teacher training, and we have supported preschool education. Traditionally, we have raised about $10,000 every year for that work. Our focus for 2023 continues to be preschool education. Preschool education is critical for a child's development of language, cognitive, social, and emotional, and regulatory skills. And all of those skills influences their lifelong success. They influence lifetime economic earning potential, physical and mental health, and the reduction of crime rates. Preschool provides critical psychosocial support for children who have experienced trauma, like the trauma of living in refugee camps. And it also provides nutritional support for the children. Now, this is critically important work, not only for the refugees who have been living in the camps in Chad for over a decade now, but also for the new refugees who are fleeing Sudan to Chad. Since April of this year, well over 100,000 new refugees from Sudan have sought safety in the camps in Chad that Watoto Read serves. We received a report from Chad just a few weeks ago, and this is a direct quote from that report. Watoto Read brings hope and healing to affected populations. As education, which is vital to raising awareness and future generations and leaders, has permitted children to go to school as any normal child, with the necessary kits and materials, and in a secure environment. Apart from distributing school kits to the pupils, Watoto Read has equally trained monitors of preschools who teach over 300 pupils as they build their character, integrity, and identity, so that they may be able to contribute to the growth of their community. So if you ever wonder how much good a pencil and some crayons and other basic school supplies can really do, here's another quote from the report. The added value of the project is to increase attendance rate. For instance, before the distribution of school kits, that is, pencils and books and colored pencils and erasers, the attendance rate was 60%. That is, 180 pupils came to school out of 300. But with the distribution of the school kits, the attendance rate has greatly increased to 95%. That is, 285 pupils came to school. Our support makes a difference, and every dollar counts. Our family will be giving to Watoto Read again as part of our Christmas gifts to each other this year, and I hope you'll consider doing the same. You can donate through the church and designate your offering Watoto Read. Thanks for listening. I'll see you again next week.